During this budgeting journey, make sure that you're doing you. Make sure you're not just on YouTube or just here or I'm just trying to do this. Make sure you're doing you. You need to figure out what you need to take care of you. It may be you're trying to pay off a debt. You may have several debts. That's you. That's on you. And don't try to keep up with everybody. You can't keep up with everybody. Everybody's got a different life, different finances. Some are married, some are not married. Some are living in with people, some are not living in with people. Some are with their parents, some are not. It doesn't make any difference. They're the family of man. It's okay. But some people have different circumstances. You may not make enough money. You may make a lot of money. We don't know everything about you unless you say something, right? But you need to do you. If you can't afford a challenge, make a challenge. If you don't want to make a challenge, just stuff your envelopes. There's no need to rush. There's no game being played. This is your money. You may need to rush because you have to pay a bill by a certain time, but that's what you need to do because you checked your finances and everything's okay. You got to remember that God's got your back. He's right there. And if you feel down and out, you need to talk to him about, I need more money, I need to do this. Tap into God. He's not broke. Your daddy is not broke. He's way past everybody. Okay? He's past Elon, everybody. And that's okay. Because sometimes we don't know where money's coming from. Sometimes it just shows up. Sometimes things happen and you find something. Or you've rearranged your finances and you go, whoops, oh, I got extra money. And sometimes you don't. But we're learning as we grow. God did not put us on this earth not to learn. He put us on this earth to love and get through those struggles. And sometimes he throws struggles at us and we have to be strong and not fall out and cry and faint because you're not doing anybody any good. You got more people looking at you than doing something. You need to worry about you and what is going on with you. And why is it going on with you? Why are you in debt? What are you spending? How much are you spending? Why am I going through this struggle? Is it because God wants you to go through a struggle? Is it because God wanted you to learn something and you're not paying attention? You got to analyze it sometimes. When God gives you a boulder to push, you need to figure it out. It's not always the devil. Sometimes it's him. Maybe you've had the easy way out the whole time. You've been spending. I had money. And now all of a sudden the bottom drops out and you have nothing. That can be either one of them, God or the devil. And sometimes they talk. Remember with Job? They talk to each other. They may be on opposite sides, but the devil always has to come back sometime and ask God, how about if I do this? What if I do this? He tries to taunt God, and God knows it. You know, he knows it. What if I do that to this person? Just like Job. Because God wants to know that you still are paying attention to him. He's jealous. God is jealous. Okay, he's worse than a nightmare. He's worse than probably an animal that loves you so much that they won't even move. They want to sit there and just stare at you. You see babies, they want to stare at their parents. I'm going to sit here and stare. Okay, you're right there. Right, you're right there. God is jealous. When you start pushing him back, he's going to push you somewhere. He's going to leave you alone. He's going to make things a little worse or just ignore you altogether. And nobody said you had to do this big old long prayer, but you can say hello every day. Some of you probably get up in the morning and don't say anything. You just up in pain, talking about blah, blah, I'm in pain. That's probably your first word. take care of him, he'll take care of you. Quit worrying about the struggles and try to worry about your struggles. What do you need to do? I want my dream home, right? So what do you need to do? You need to start saving for it. No matter how little money you got. Do remember that we are the ones. I don't care if you're on assistance or whatever, okay? You can be on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, whatever, okay? You can be low income. Remember, we are propping up governments. The government here, we are propping them up. The wealthy, they don't have to work, they invest. And some of them do work, but they invest. And they take care of their money and blah, 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 blah. But all of us, no matter what, if you are low income or assistance, you're spending your money at a store, okay? Or your EBT card, that money's going right back into government. They're just getting it back. The stores are just getting paid back. We are propping up the government. I told you there are only two classes. It's rich and then us. Middle class and rising stars, low income, whatever you want to call yourself. You are with us now. That little part of the middle class guy hit hard. They're gone, kind of. They're having trouble. They can't prop up most of it. They were the ones propping up most of it. But everybody's propping it up now, except the top. So we're trying to get a little higher and make sure that we have money, that we've got comfort. And you need to think of things that make you to have comfort. And it's going to be a little hard. It's a struggle, but it's not hard to save. Just find a little goal. I don't care how much you make. Tell yourself, I'm going to save $10 this month. I'm going to save $20 next month. It may not be much, but it's a lot to you. If you have a little more money, tell yourself, look, I can't buy a savings challenge. Maybe I can save $100 a month. And then maybe next month you can. Okay, I'll put 20. I don't have 100. You still saved it. That's the object of the game. You didn't spend it. So save what you have. Remember, this year we are adding up everything, just everything. If you got extra money from gas, like I did last week, I had $5 off of my gas. If you got groceries, how much were the coupons adding up to? Just those little things that you didn't have to pay out. Add all that up as much as you can, because I know some came on my channel late, but just add it up even 1 month and see how much did you have in savings challenges by the end of the year. Not monthly, the end of the year. How much did you save? Did you add that up? Because some of you were doing it monthly. Did you keep track of it so that at the end of the year we know, or you know, you don't have to tell me, but you know, look, I had more coming in than I thought I did. And that's going to tell you you've been spending more than you were probably supposed to. Or that you also, it shows you that you can save for the beginning of 2025. Because 2025 is supposed to be the golden year, the year of blessings. And we have to understand that we saved. Now we can go. We're ready. We're on track. January 1st. We don't need a New Year's resolution. Okay, the resolution for us is a goal. And we are taking soft goals, taking our time. And you pick whatever you want. If you want to sit there and do $10,000, $20,000, and nobody said you had to finish it, just start on something. You can't get anywhere if you don't start. Don't sit back there. And that means anything. You could be working at McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell. You could be the leader. You could be the manager. Who told you you had to stay there that way? McDonald's has other places to go. How come you can't get the corporate? How come you can't save? There's some franchises that if you show them a good place to build, they will pay for it and pay for your supplies to be in there. If you show them, look, there's some land over here. You have no money. You put in your proposal. There's some land over here. It is great. Oh, could you come look at it? And I would like to be the manager or the franchise person over that store, the owner buying it. And they will build it. They will put you there, but you got to be able to explain. Okay, they're not worried about the income. They're worried, can you do this? And a lot of people, they can't. Okay, or they won't. They think, I can't do this. I haven't finished school. I haven't did this. And it's not even about finishing school. Okay, they ain't worried about it. It's like, whatever. Okay. There's franchises that do that. And you also have to watch your scammers, because here they come and, no. This one, no money, just you. There's franchises that do that. We will build if you show us where to go and analyzing everything. You have to fit your proposal. Or even if you may be working at Taco Bell. Okay, why you got to be there? Are you the manager? Okay, what's the step up from the manager? You need to find out. Are you the person that, some of these restaurants, they have people that go around visiting the restaurants, and they make pretty good money. Analyzing the restaurant, how you doing today, seeing how the thing, workers, they talk about, money, about, maybe you need to cut back because this store, it's not making enough money. Okay, so then they may have 3 or 4 stores, but they're on salary. And they're making money. And they're not all doop-de-doop with the suit and stuff on. I've seen them. I've met them. Why can't you do that? You stay at a store all day looking around, checking, helping out maybe, trying to give suggestions. You go to another store, maybe you have to come back to that store because the workers, they're having problems with the store and you're talking to the manager. You have a schedule. How come you can't move up? How come you can't see what your franchise has that you're working at? Why do you have to be the one forever doing hamburger flipping? You don't have to. You just have to get that ambition going, that mind. People think, oh, I don't work at White Castle. I don't work at McDonald's. There's other people there that's moving that company. Okay? There's other places to go within that company. You don't have to stay there. And there's other fast food places or wherever you can move within that company. Okay? Some companies want you to move to their corporate place. Come on over. Don't limit yourself on stuff. Find out, is there a higher place for me to go? Is there something else I can do with my life? And forget about the age, just go. Even if you're at home, I want to do online work. I've got a kid at home. Is there a part-time thing I can do? It may be 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm home and I can work 4 hours till 7. Kid gets up, blah, blah, blah. Are you able to do something like that? Maybe 12 a.m. or maybe that's your best time to do something, or just a regular time throughout the day. We've got to push ourselves because God is not going to keep pushing you. He's going to let go a little bit and tell you to move on. Just like a parent, you have to push and you keep pushing. Great job, keep pushing, and sometimes you have to push your own self because sometimes nobody's there. You have to learn to be happy with yourself. You have to pat your own self on the back. This is not a participation award, which was the worst idea they ever had in school. It's like the winners here, and then, because you participated, here's the participation award. Parents did that. Parents weren't thinking, little Bobby's crying. Well, little Bobby need to learn to cry. Because you know what's going to happen when you get to be adult? That boss or whatever is not going to pat you on the back talking about participation award. Matter of fact, the boss may be prejudiced. You got to learn to work around this or get out and go find another job. You got to learn things, especially if they are prejudiced. Who do you go to? Not, okay, the company. Where do you go to? Civil rights, ACLU, whatever. You learn as you go. You can't keep whining. And there's some people you can't let them get away with stuff because they will harass you. If you let people get away one time, they will keep on going. You can watch it online. People getting away with stuff, just turn it off. All they doing is getting views, and you sitting up there looking at them. Look at them do that. Just cut them off. Nobody wants to hear your mess. You're not productive to society. You're just doing the do. And we don't know if it's true anyway, right? You don't know. They could be faking and you still giving them views. Oh, look at that. And then you pass it on. Look at that. And you know what you do? You need to look at you. Look back at you and find something constructive to look at. Something that frees your mind, something for meditation, something for praying, something to learn throughout life. And yes, it's fun to look at that and laugh and go on, but there's a lot of stuff online we had to watch. They're scammers too. They trying to sell something. They trying to do this. I use this at home and they don't use it. They're getting paid. And we have to teach our kids. They're getting paid. They're getting paid. Nope. Can't do that. You have to watch out for you, your children, your family, everything. You're a walking monument. Okay, you were put on this earth to do something, and that may be it. You may be to tell your child, look, everything on the internet is not true, and then there is some truth there. You have to learn to filter. And maybe you're there to be a caregiver and you think you're not doing anything, but you're doing a lot. Maybe you're there just to be your mother's child, because she may not have told you she lost one before and you can't understand why she's holding on to you so hard until you dig into what really happened. Maybe you're there to be company to somebody. Maybe you're there to help with the finances. You have to find your purpose, and also you have to find what you need to go on and do what you need to do. We got to figure it out, right? You always got to figure it out. And it may be 20 or different things, 20, 30, 40 different things, but you were put on this earth for a time such as these. Remember Esther? For a time such as these. You were put here during this time for a reason. And you got to figure out that reason. Why am I here? It's something I got to do. And some of those things you forget. Maybe your mom passed away, but you brought her joy before she passed away. You were there. You were coming in every day to go see her at the hospital. Maybe your father the same way. Maybe your brother. Maybe you were there to take care of somebody. Can you imagine sometimes? Think of the people that maybe you have been around and helped, and you haven't thought that you were really helping them. But what if you weren't even around? What if you weren't even thought of? What if you were a part of somebody else's family and you didn't know them? Think about what would have happened to that person if you weren't there. And with some people, it's a horrible thought. You may have a child with special needs and you think, what if I was not here? You're a blessing that God has sent to be a blessing. Don't ever think that your life is worthless. For some reason, you were put there, but we don't think hard enough about why are we here. You may have a child, son or daughter. You are there to get them ready, prepared. They'll be there for you, and sometimes they're not. But they'll learn as they go. And some people don't. But you were there. That's all you need to worry about. I was there. I was there to raise you. I'm here. You may not reciprocate the feeling, but okay. You were put here for times as these, the struggles, no money, no cash. Maybe the kid had to move back in with you. What if you weren't there? Where would they have gone? Maybe they got their house, they were evicted or something. Maybe somebody squatted in their house. They have nowhere to go and they're back there with you. Maybe they lost their job and you're complaining. I know. Okay. But think about, what if we weren't here? What if I wasn't there? What if there's a lost animal and you take them in? What if I wasn't there to take care of them, to get them through? I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to find yourself a savings challenge that you're going to do for next year. If you haven't, it can be small or large, and take your time. If you don't get finished with it, don't worry about it. But try to find something a little bigger, something that you never did before. An amount that you never saved before. And you don't have to go crazy. Okay, if $10,000 or $5,000 or $2,000 drives you out of your mind, just go, I'm going to save 100. And when you get the 100 saved, hold on to it. Go to the next one. I'm going to do 200. I'm going to do 300. Just take your time. Because you are special. You're a God's child. You got to take the time to think. He didn't make anybody crazy. The only ones that get crazy are over there with, with the, whatever they look like, But, the devil can look very good. They say the devil can be as handsome as I don't know what. So that's why I said we don't know what's going on over there with him. But he can be the cutest little thing probably on this earth. So we don't need to be over there. We need to stay over here. And the devil can be anywhere. He can be in church. Don't be talking about that. I done seen them walking, okay? He can be in the pulpit. He can be down the street. He can be next door. But you're going to feel that twinge if you're really in tune with God and you go, well, don't think so. I'm going to go this way right now, right? So take care of yourself. You are wonderful. You are unique. Thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for being here because I love all of you coming over. It's just a wonderful time. Party over here, right? Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.